With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
In this question, they have listed some major events in the early history of life, and we have to place them in the correct order and then select our answer from the given options. Now, we all know that different scientists have put forward different theories for the origin of life, and the complex biodiversity, the rich biodiversity that we see today on our earth has not been like this since the start, and it has slowly developed over a very long period of time by the action of evolutionary forces. So largely it is believed that some chemical evolution must have preceded the origin of life, because unless we have the many different organic substances, the diverse biomolecules, we cannot create a living system or a living cell. So after this chemical evolution, how does evolution of life proceed from there? So over here, if we look at our list, the first thing which is going to come, we will have our first genes, because before a living organism can be formed, we need some kind of genetic material in order to store the genetic information, the hereditary information, so that this cell can pass it on when it reproduces. So the genetic material, or the nucleic acids, we can say, they must have been formed first. As we've already mentioned, chemical evolution must have occurred before the origin of life. So first genes will come first over here. Q should be the first. We should have, after the genes and the other biomolecules, the proteins, the lipids, all of this. After this, if a living cell will be formed, obviously the first cell which is formed is going to be quite simple or primitive. So what is the cellular structure here going to be like? Obviously this cell is going to be prokaryotic, because we are talking about a stage on the primitive earth when life is still evolving. The life forms are still very primitive, so they cannot have all the different well-defined membrane-bound cell organelles or the nucleus to enclose the genetic material. So first we must have had prokaryotic cells before the eukaryotic forms developed. So next should be our prokaryotes. So first we should have the prokaryotic cells, and out of the heterotrophic or autotrophic mode of nutrition, obviously the autotrophic is going to come first, because the autotrophs can do photosynthesis. They are the producers, and all of the other members of the ecosystem, all of the other organisms which are the consumers, are dependent directly or indirectly on these producers only. So if the heterotrophs, if the consumers are formed first, then where are they going to get the nutrition? So out of the autotrophic and heterotrophic forms, the autotrophic have to develop first so that the other forms can get established. Then the autotrophs are going to provide them nutrition. So after the genes, we should have the autotrophic prokaryotes. Then we can have our heterotrophic prokaryotes. After this, the more advanced, the more complex cellular structure of eukaryotes is going to develop. And finally, we are going to have the higher animals. And only then could there have been the evolution of higher organisms, such as the multicellular complex animals. So over here, out of the given options, option D will be our correct answer, because here the sequence is correct. First the genes will come, first the biomolecules will be developed, or nucleic acids, which act as a genetic material, then the autotrophic prokaryotic cells, then the heterotrophic prokaryotes, then we can have the eukaryotic cellular structure, and finally the animals, plants, all of these higher organisms.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.